Hey Dewdrops, it's Diane from Coravina. How are you? Welcome back. Today is Thursday and we're having Bird Week here this week. We did Tuesday, we did a yellow canary that was super sweet. And then yesterday we did a scarf inspired by this sweet little blue bird. It was blue and white. And this is our scarf from yesterday. Isn't that cute? We've got lots of shades of dusty blue, navy, some classic blue, and gray and white mixed in there. I love how it turned out. It does seem a little wintry instead of springy, so it'll be really good this fall. Hey Barb! Barb Stutz is here. Glad to see you. So this is what we made yesterday. So today, I know I'm moving right into it, I know. We're gonna make a scarf using water marbling, same as we do every day live at 5. We're gonna drop paints onto the surface of the water and end up with a beautiful scarf by the end of the day, okay? So we had option number 2, which was this teal, white, and black bird, or option number 1, and then option number 2 is the light gray, pink bird. I don't know what either one of these birds are, they're both beautiful. Option number 1 is that pretty blue and turquoise bird, okay? So we've got, I think this is the main color of our bird. Hey Trevor! And then we've got, hope you're still there, then we've got this teal here to go with it. On the beak, looks like there's accented yellow and blue, so we'll just put a couple spots in there of the yellow and blue. And then of course there is lots of white and black for this bird. So I'm thinking here I'm gonna do like the belly down at the bottom and then come in with the black and white up at the top. I don't know, too literal. I don't know, I can't really decide. We'll just see how it goes. How about that? Okay, so for those of you just joining us, we just did option number 2, and because it was totally tied, even the tie-breaking vote said both, we're gonna do 2 of them today. Okay, so I'm gonna tilt you down. We're gonna get started here. We're doing bird number 1. All right, there you are. So we will just get started here. I'll tell you what, let's do our main color, this light blue, instead of white. There we go. That looks like the color of this bird. Nice and slow. Water marbling always makes me slow down. Or at least it always brings to present mind that I am in fact rushing. You know what I mean? So it's good for mindfulness, I guess. It has been a wonderful hobby. I've been doing this for, oh man, maybe coming up on my 3rd year, which seems crazy. But this is a hobby of mine. I love it, love it, love it. I started water marbling after I was a wine glass painting teacher at the Barn Winery, which is my favorite winery ever. I was a wine glass painting teacher there, and then I saw somebody do this online and just thought, man, I think people would love that. If I could figure out how to do this, people would really be interested in it. And it took me 2 to 3 months to build my tools, build my trays, to figure out the science involved, because there is a ton of science involved in this, and to get it actually figured out. My husband thought I was nuts when I started going to Home Depot and ordering the giant, like 8-foot by 4-foot pieces of wood and bringing them home to cut up in our garage. So, but it all works out, and now I do this for you online. We started because of COVID and the stay-at-home orders. Everybody was stressed, and so I decided to start doing this every day at 5 to give us something else to look at instead of all of the craziness. Now things are crazy for whole different other reasons. So we're still doing this, we're still having fun. But yeah, I normally have classes in person, and with everything going on, I'm not sure when we're going to be able to start those back up. I'm sure that we will. We just have to let the wineries and the bars and restaurants get situated before we try and invade them to do a scarf class. Alright, so we did some white. I'm going to come back in here with our blue. thicken that up a little bit even more. I really like this color that we've got going on. But you know what? I like the separation, okay? I don't think we need to do like the literal lines. Mary Alice says, you really like At the Barn Winery. Yeah, I do. That's my parents' place. If y'all didn't know that. That's why they let me have class in such a cool place. Alright, so I like what we have going on here. I don't think we need to be so literal with those birds' feathers. So we're gonna just do our line of black here. Like it, like it, like it. I'm gonna add in some more white. At the Barn Winery. I said it right, didn't I? My mom's on here teasing me. All right, so we've got our white feathers, we've got our black spots. What else are we gonna do? Get a good look at my picture here. We are going to add in, so we've got our darker teal to play with, and I've got just the littlest bit left for this dark teal. So we'll just do a nice big wavy line throughout. Like I am running out. I mixed this up for a scarf that we did. And now it is completely gone. I'll have to mix up some more. I really like that color. Got a couple big air bubbles here. That's okay. We'll pop those guys. All right. I want to make sure this is nice and thick color. So we're going to add more here. Okay, adding some good color. I think that I want to do this blue dropped on the black line, the black circles here. So we've got our really bold blue. We're just gonna do a couple drops far away. I know we're being kind of literal with this. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not good. And I think we're gonna do the feather patterns. So then we've got the beak also. Where should we put our beak? How about close to our blue? Concentrate so I can go slow here. All right, guys. I'm gonna do just a little bit more white. Make sure we're good up here. And then we're gonna do the feather pattern on this one. And we're gonna kind of stretch out the black, yellow, and blue without it being crazy. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna drop just a little bit over top of those colors, so they can be just kind of rings, so just kind of an outline. Okay, there we go. Well, almost. You fix that real quick. Pull that out of the water. I dropped a drop on my white. Not a big deal. But sometimes you can fix it. Okay, guys. All right. Did I forget? Did I forget the at? That's funny. My children call it the Barnery. Instead of At the Barn Winery, we call it the Barnery. So sometimes that just slips out. We love calling it that for whatever reason. It's become a very sweet, affectionate nickname. All right. So, got our tool in the tray. Get ready to see our pattern change. Might not change too much going down, but I think the feather pattern is going to give it a really big impact. I see a little bit of kind of crackling or whiskering. That's not a big deal. But I am always on the lookout for it. what that means is that the paint is actually trying to dry on the surface of the water. And I know that sounds crazy, but it does happen when you take too long. And sometimes just a couple minutes is enough time for that to happen, like it is right now. That's why if you're ever in my class, I'm like rushing people along. The same way my sweet little dog is rushing me to let her inside right now. She's barking, sorry about that. All right, so we have our big long tool in the tray here. We're gonna push it down. Ooh, and then bring it back. Ah. Kind of cool, right? I think it's kind of cool. I'm not sure this is totally like, you know, making people scream, oh yes, that bird picture, but I really like this. I think it's very cool. And I hope you do too. So I've got our scarf on our rack. We're gonna dip down this giant scarf and hopefully end up with an awesome looking, very unique bird scarf. All right, guys, got it centered over the tray. It's gonna be good. I can feel it. Are you ready? Let's go. I love watching that paint instantly absorb. It's just one of my favorite things about this. All right. So our scarf is in the tray beautifully. We're going to take our scarf off of the frame and pull it out and see what we end up with. Oh, for goodness sakes. Alright guys, so once again, this is our second scarf of the day. We did the pink and gray bird scarf first, so we've got to log back on and see that later when I put out the replay. It looks awesome. Hello, hello. Alright, so we did our option number 1, which is our blue scarf, our blue bird with black, white, yellow, and blue accents. I love this bird, it's very cute. So we're doing something a little different. I'm going to pull it up out of the tray here. You ready? Alright. I think it's fun. They almost look like individual birds sitting on a line, don't they? Very interesting. I don't have any scarves like this, so I will definitely take it. I'm gonna put this down in the rinse bucket. I'll be right there. All right. So if you're new to our show, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna dry these scarves and then I'm gonna take pictures so then Debbie, I hope you're I'm gonna take pictures and hang them outside and when they're dry I'll take pictures and compare them to our inspiration here, okay? Alright guys, this is Diane from Corvina. Thank you for joining me today and being a part of this wonderful little art adventure we have going on here, okay? Alright guys, remember, live colorfully. Bye.